Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we're going to talk about fresh release from ICM. It comes in a 1/35 scale and it's named quite simple. As you can see, it's a Prost. So here we have a Bergen Panther together with some figurines in an interesting pose. So basically you get a vehicle with figurines for a diorama project, and of course we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. So this kit number 35343, it's the final shape of this release and nothing will change, so you will get exactly the same stuff if you order it, for example, in Modelimex. So first of all, the box styling or the packaging styling is typical for this brand. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have really nice box art here, and on the side you will find short information about the real subject and also about the kit. So if I take a look, here we have 348 parts for assembly of Bergen Panther and 33 parts for assembly of 4 figurines. And on the opposite side you can see actually the, let's say, profiles for these figurines. As you can see, there is also a dog, so it should be quite an interesting thing to review. The packaging styling, as I said, it's quite typical for ICM. That's why we have the plastic seals on all 4 sides, and I'm going to cut through them right now and we will take a closer look together. But overall, the Panther was, or Bergen Panther was reviewed by me on different video. So this kit was featured in a, let's say, a bit more sophisticated diorama set in 1/35 scale. You can find it easily on our YouTube channel as well. And the kit number was DS3516. So if you just type it into the search, you will definitely find the video review. So here I finally opened the top cover. It's flexible, it does not provide any protection, it's used only for the cover printing. And here we have sturdy white cardboard box which protects everything inside. And once we open it, here you can see that all the parts, they are supplied in a resealable plastic bag, so it should be quite easy and quick to open, and that's what we are going to do right now. So just give me a moment. I just need to find where is the flap. Actually, there are 2 plastic bags, because one plastic bag is dedicated to figurine parts and another plastic bag was dedicated to the Bergen Panther parts. So first of all, we start with the lower hull section. As you can see, it is molded as a single piece part, which is really great because you get the right alignment between these walls. Of course, inside there is almost nothing because this is not an interior kit, that's why we do not gain any internal features. But overall, you can see that molding quality looks fine, and this is quite a large part. So here you can see comparison with my hand. It's 1/35 scale after all, so be ready for that. And the same applies to the top hull section. So as you can see, it is also a one-piece part together with the glacis plate, but of course the rear armor wall is molded separately. We also have some separate hatches here in the engine bay area, so it might be handy if you source some engine kit for this model. And here you can take a look from the opposite side. So again, empty space because there is no interior. Next we see the sprue D. So here we have the parts which are specific for a Bergen Panther. So this is the special cover, wooden cover for the turret ring. Also we have here the crane sections and also machine gun there. So everything looks quite fine. It's really cool that we have the wood texture on the wooden parts. It will definitely benefit the overall appearance. And here you can check the parts from the opposite side. By the way, note that this section is molded separately, so probably you can open it. I'm not sure why would you do so, because as I said, there is no interior included, but maybe you will have some ideas how to employ this feature of the kit. Next, we have the sprue A, which is given in 2 pieces. So I will show you only one, because we have the same set of parts, so there is no need to check them twice. And here you can see we have road wheels, we have also the suspension arms, and we also get some parts for the engine bay area. So the road wheels are molded together with the rubber bandages, and of course each set should be glued out of let's say a lot of parts combined due to this special design of the suspension on the Panther. But as you can see, the overall quality looks really great. So it's just a matter of deciding how you will be masking all these rubber sections, or maybe painting them with a fine brush. It's up to you. Note that exhaust is also molded together with the exhaust cover. So here you have to be careful because it might be a bit tricky to paint if you plan to replicate some weathering in this area. And in my opinion, it's a good idea to do so because, again, in 135 scale and on Bergen Panther, it should be something what is a must-have, if we can say so. And the last gray plastic sprue here for the tank, I will also specify it. So here we have the rear armor wall. We also have some parts for the side skirts, front and rear mudguards. We have also some parts for the separate hatches area. Here are storage boxes, the spare wheel, also some parts for the Pioneer tools. And let's flip it over. Here inside you can see that we also get some guiding elements. So overall the design is quite nice out of the box. So I think it should be easy to combine all of these parts together. And again, thanks to 135 scale, it might be even easier to work with. Next, we continue with 4 identical plastic sprues. Those ones are dedicated to track parts. So I will be checking only one frame. These are the same track sections, but still it's really cool that we get the plastic tracks instead of the typical vinyl parts. As you can see, they look really decent. Of course, there is no assembly jig, so you will have to be doing it or let's say inventing it by yourself, but I don't think it's a really difficult thing to do. In the worst case, you can just use the tape. And of course, the plastic parts should be a bit more convincing in appearance and easier to paint and weather on your model, so definitely a plus. And next, we continue with another plastic bag. As I said, we have it for the figurines, so I'm going to open it right now. Well, there is no surprise that all parts for figurines fit on one plastic sprue because we have 4 figures, as you remember. In 135 scale they do not require a lot of space. And for the figurines, I would suggest we zoom in as much as we can so that you can see all the features on the figurines. Note that dog is also included here, and if I go to this side, so you will notice that dog should be glued out of 2 halves, and this will be quite a tricky thing to work around, but I think it's doable, especially considering that it will help you replicate a nice diorama project, nice idea. And next, here you can see other figurines which are included into this kit, so they are also nice. And of course the pose is predefined, so you won't be able to change much here, but overall I think it's really good thing to get. And next we continue with assembly manual. So here we have the separate assembly manual for the figurines. As you can see, these ones are specific for this kit, that's why we have them printed in color, and it's actually assembly manual which is combined together with the marking guide. And here you can see also the parts map. And as for the Bergen Panther, so just give me a second, because here we get, I would say, a typical manual for this brand, because the kit itself is not that new. So here you can see the parts map, and obviously the red color means that these parts will not be used. And next here inside, of course, we have also the decals. So they are printed on not that huge decal sheet, but I mean, that's a classic decal set for the German vehicle. And here we continue, or we start with the assembly of the lower hull. We continue with suspension parts, Pioneer tools. And also here you can see the overall assembly of the hull sections together with all of these separate panels. So a lot of stuff actually to combine together, even this Pioneer tool setup. And also mud guards I can see here, and also some of the side skirts. So here you have a choice whether to install them or to leave them aside. And of course this wooden part which is installed instead of the turret and the crane. So for the crane it might be also a good opportunity to replicate the chain. And marking guide here is in the cover. Well, it's not in the cover, but we have the cover marking option, so you have to search for some reference material in order to replicate it properly. So the whole kit should be already available, and you can get it on ModellMX webshop. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.